Hello, everyone. This is Rocky Erickson with Montana's Sports. It's Wednesday. It's time for the Frontier Conference Update. Today's sponsor, First Interstate Bank. Next school year, Bismark State College will join the Frontier Conference. Today, a visit with the Bismark State Athletic Director, Myron Schultz. First time I met Myron was during the 1999 NAIA College Football Playoffs. Myron Schultz was the head coach at the University of Mary. I was doing the play-by-play for Rocky. The Battling Bears of Rocky were just coming off their first ever postseason win, a 38-22 victory at Dickinson State. And now in the second round of the NAIA playoffs on November 27th, 99, Mary ended Rocky's historic season with a 9-3 win. Myron Schultz had a great deal of success at Mary, becoming the school's all-time winningest coach, and was a part of that huge transition when Mary moved up from the NAIA to NCAA Division II. Now Mr. Schultz is faced with another big-time challenge, taking Bismark State athletics from a junior college to a 4-year NAIA school in the Frontier Conference.
Since I've been there, we've been trying to build the infrastructure. By that is like a full-time strength coach, a full-time athletic trainer, lining up sponsorship, getting involved with alumni and donors, and changing the marketing quite a bit. So we're trying to build the infrastructure of what 4-year level is going to look like. The daunting things are making sure that, obviously there's going to be growing pains. It's going to be, that there's a good process in place that, when we get through those, we'll emerge and be able to compete with everybody in the league.
So what options did Bismarck State have, and why did they decide to join the Frontier Conference?
It was really interesting. We were looking at the North Star, and then the North Star disbanded. And then what really became interesting is where BSC became a pivotal part was North Star teams all were heavy into baseball, and the Frontier doesn't play baseball. So us coming in made it the 6th baseball team, which gave them an automatic qualifier. That appeased everybody in the North Star to let the two conferences merge. And without that, all the negotiations. So we can give a pivotal piece for us. What we like about everything is just proximity. I love it because the old days, playing against Bart Andrus and Coach Lewis out at Rocky, and playing against Bob Petrino Sr. and all those things. I like because it's old school week for me. But it's also it's proximity, and now it's a monster conference. It's from the Idaho line to Omaha, Nebraska, so it's it really gives it stability.
Myron thinks one of the reasons he was hired as the athletic director is to someday bring back football at Bismarck State. You see, Myron played football just a few years ago at Bismarck State.